Hello, hello. I'm the official name raider. My job is to, oh my god, is to look over the first page of Google, review the nicknames provided by the internet, and then give my recommendations at the end. Today we're looking at Ferroseed and Ferrothorn. What I was actually seriously instinctively about to say is my job is to wake up, because I just woke up like 20 minutes ago. I had a nap. That's what adulthood is all about. Taking a nap whenever you want to or need it. Okay, so I actually just looked at the list I had written down to see what was I just had written down, and Robocrop was one of them, and I laughed at it just a second ago. So if I didn't look at my TXT file, you would have gotten the laugh here. But yeah, no, Robocrop is one I have written down. I think that's funny. I must have seen it in a previous episode and enjoyed it there too. Maybe we'll stumble across that link again or something like that. But yeah, I like that one. That one's good. Okay, so I was thinking about Ironhide, and I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure we've seen Transformers-based things before. And I feel like Ironhide is one that's not exactly uncommon for Steel type, so that one's worth acknowledging. But then down below, this one got a reaction out of me. Metagrass! That's cute, and it also works kind of well in the sense that, Ferrothorn, as they say in the anime. It's got 3 legs, but Metagrass has 4. But still, they little body fellows with limbs pointing out. They have similar shapes, is what I'm trying to say. I feel like I should acknowledge 2 Chainz, I don't know, there's just something about it that makes me want to bring it up to your attention, and technically, yes, 3, but, it's the thought that counts, and I'm totally fine, again, with nicknames based off of musicians or bands, so for that reason, we can highlight it, but it would work so much better if he actually had 2 appendages and not 3. Now, I know it wasn't this that I found Robocrop from, so wherever the original source was, I unfortunately don't really have a way of comparing the timestamp between that post and this post, so I don't really have a way of knowing who came up with it first. But historically, this guy has a thing about plagiarism and not giving credit, so I'm going to bet 99, and also just literally the other 99% of his nickname, so I think it's a safe assumption he probably didn't make this himself. But we have talked about Robocrop already. Other words, if you want to compare that really good nickname to everything else he has submitted, you'll notice a crazy disparity in quality. Thornius. Does that sound anywhere even close to the same quality of Robocrop? Yeah, I didn't think so. Spike Hazard. That's not a thing. Nobody says that. That's not real. Shut up. Spike. Ah, yes, perfect. You've reached the same creativity as a 4-year-old. I applaud you. Ouchies! Not good either. Also incredibly terrible. Barbara, you get it? Because it's Barbs! You get it? Fuck off! I've also seen Nigel Thornberry a few times, and I figured it was kind of obvious that, hey, this isn't really funny or interesting at all, but it keeps popping up. And more importantly, it's fucking 15 letters, you stupid shit! It's not gonna work! Even if it was a good name, it wouldn't fit! Why do I keep seeing this? Thornberry is better, but I still don't like it. I just want to thank Pokemon for teaching me profanities. It's because of Pokemon that I know offensive words. Their terrible, piss-poor censorship things is great. You remember that Pokemon Stadium naming thematic that I told you guys about, where it's like, you just take part of its name and then something else? So when I was younger, me and my brother came up with our own, and the thing with my brother's Pokemon would be like Cho something, so Chozard or Cho Champ or something like that. And because of that, we couldn't name it Cho Champ because CHOCH, Chotch, that's an offensive word. Thank you, Pokemon, for teaching me vulgarity because you're shit at programming. Alright, we reached the bottom. This wasn't even anything important at all. This actually got on my nerves because instead of just saying, hi, here's my nickname, here's my Pokemon, in a clear, presentable format, they decided to write their life story, and that pissed me off. Just, here's the nickname, here's the Pokemon. Short description, move on. Hit enter, type again. That's all you gotta do. I don't know why it's so fucking complicated, but it really annoys me when people type their life story in a nickname and explain it to hell and back. Like, you don't need to, it's not a diary. It's a nickname. Relax. These were nothing. This was nothing. I will also say, if you if you started to type the word thorny or any sort of sex joke in that regard, you can just delete your comment because it's not funny. I saw some things like that on here. It wasn't funny. I didn't even get a chuckle out of me. Not even a smile. Spreadsheet's empty. Okay, we have a single comment suggestion, and I actually really like this one. I'm not sure I feel it fits Ferrothorn the best, but we don't really have a Pokemon out there that does. And when you really consider the idea of it, it's actually kind of surprising we don't have a Pokemon like this. But Wallmaster, Zelda, I like the idea of that. You could use that actually as, and it's a play on words in this case, I'm assuming is what he's going for, because a lot of people use Ferrothorn as a wall or as defensive Pokemon. It's also pretty damn good offensively too. It surprised me. But that's a good play on words. I like the idea of naming after a Zelda enemy. Those things actually scared the fuck out of me when I was a child. I remember being in the Forest Temple, getting the boss key, and then watching Link get dragged into the abyss above the sky. That's terrifying. I like stuff like that in video games, though. If it's a child-friendly game and there's something terrifying in it, I think that's awesome. But yeah, there's no disembodied hand Pokemon or anything like that, which again feels like a thing that should exist, and it's kind of weird that it doesn't. Because that would be a perfect choice. But other words, you know, it's fine where it is. As far as the things we saw today that were worth a damn, Robocrop, Metagrass, I couldn't remember what it was. Robocrop, Metagrass, and the one I personally use, which I think is, I think it's pretty alright, Gordo, the little spike ball enemies from Kirby. I think that fits pretty well, considering it's a spike ball itself. So that's what I side with. That's what I think is pretty. That's what I think is good. I would like to know who the original owner of Robocrop is, so I could shake their hand and then punch the Tumblr idiot in the face. While we're shaking hands, that would be great. Could you imagine shaking someone's hand, and then you take their hand and you knock someone out? That's teamwork right there. So anyway, whatever ideas and suggestions you have, feel free to put in the comments below. Give a thumbs up to the ones you think are good. Teamwork makes the dream work. Let's dream that dream. Oh, that's a song, isn't it? If I knew the rest of the lyrics, I would sing it, but I can't think of it. Or I'm pretty sure it's some techno song or something like that I haven't heard in some 10 years. Captain Jack. Thank you, Captain Jack Sparrow.